Welcome back to all my disabled friends who are watching to learn if this is something that they can possibly take on as far as driving a car again. I am trying to show that as someone who has limited use of her legs, this car has given me the ability to start driving again. Using the Super Cruise and the Adaptive Cruise. I am still able to walk with the use of crutches right now, but I am wheelchair bound at home. So to give you an idea of what I'm struggling with, I have a degenerative disease that will eventually have me in a wheelchair. So the goal of me buying the 2024 GMC Acadia was that I eventually can have this converted with the Braun package or something similar that will allow me to use my wheelchair and either drive, or if I'm unable to drive, then it would allow me to use it on the passenger side. So just depending on where I am in my journey with my disease, we'll see. But it still gives me options, and I like options. I assume that you would too. And as much as I paid for this vehicle, I better get some options. So I am going to another doctor's appointment today, which is pretty much all I do. But I was very reliant on other people for a long time because of my being bedbound and then wheelchair bound for about a year and a half. And so just being able to get out and drive on my own is just amazing. And it feels great to have the ability to do this in this capacity. There's been a lot of physical therapy that I've been going through. And so I am able to drive. My feet do work well enough that I can work the gas pedal, the brake. I am safe to drive. I am in no way putting anyone in harm's way to drive at this point. I've been cleared by all my doctors and physical therapists, so there is nothing there that I'm concerned about at this point, and I would not take any chances. I would stop driving if I felt like there was any kind of danger in that way. But I also knew that my I have some physical limitations. I have some slow reactive times, and so I wanted something that gave me an edge, that gave me some extra help when I might not be able to react quick enough. Whether it be a child in the road or a car in front of me, or just someone changing lanes in front of me and me not being able to handle the stupid Dallas traffic in which I live. So I decided that this was the vehicle for me after a lot of research. And because my dad, who we've been Ford people all of our lives, decided that Ford was no longer for us, and that GMC was the new and latest and greatest as far as in our price range, that would be good for our needs. So having said that, I'm just going to start giving you a little bit of a show of what this can do for me. I'm going to put this on Adaptive Cruise, and this is just so while driving in just regular town here, I can say, okay, I want you to drive on Adaptive Cruise at the set speed limit, which GMC, get this fixed, please. You read the speed signs and tell me it's 40 miles an hour. I can see that on my heads-up display and all of that. But what it does not do is, if the speed limit changes, it does not change on the Adaptive Cruise. I will say that Ford is way ahead of you, and Ford, they actually, it will change with the speed signs on their Adaptive Cruise, which is super nice, because again, that's one less thing your foot is doing with with the brakes, or you're not dealing with it on the steering wheel, you're not constantly having to change. It's automatically fixing your speed to the correct speed. And you're not having to be as aware of changing signs so that you don't get in trouble either with the law, because you're doing the right thing and just driving the right speed. So GMC, get it right. Gee. Okay, so that's my rant for the day. So I had this on adaptive cruise. Unfortunately, there was not a car in front of me, so my car did not know to stop at the stop sign. So I had to put the brakes on myself. When you're on adaptive cruise, the nice thing is if there's cars in front of you and they know to stop at the stop sign, or I'm sorry, stoplight, then you will stop at the stoplight as well. I'm going to go ahead and resume now, so it will go on back up to 40 miles an hour, which I believe is that's our speed limit. And we'll head up towards the next stoplight. If there is a car in front of you, it will stop, and then whenever it goes to green and the cars move, your car will resume. That is super nice because you're not holding your foot down on the brake. I don't know about you, but sometimes your leg can get fatigued. That helps with fatigue for me. It allows me to drive for longer. It gives me longer distances than I had before. Again, I have nobody in front of me, so I do have to push the brake, where if there was somebody there, it would stop for me. So I'm having to do a little work today. How rude, but you know, can't always have people in front of you. I have parents that live about 4 hours from here. It had been quite a long time since I had been able to go see them, and on my own. And I am looking forward to doing a trip in this where I can use the Super Cruise and drive on the interstate. The Super Cruise should work all the way pretty much to their home, except for the last maybe 45 minutes. So that will allow me to make that drive myself. I have been reliant on my husband being able to take me, someone else being able to go. My parents could either come